installation video for the Careva Combi Harness system, where we'll go through step by step of what you'll get in the box, installing to the vehicle seat and installing onto the occupant. So this is how you'll receive the Careva harness out of the box. We lift it up, you've got your front side and your back side, and now we're going to install it onto the vehicle seat. So to install it onto the vehicle seat, we need to get the two loops on the back, unclip them, so we can start installation onto the seat. Then coming to the seat, our bottom two clasps need to be fed between the gap of the back and the bottom of the seat. So we'll get our two belts and feed them through the gap of the cushion as so. We can then bring up the harness, lying flat up to the seat back, and then feeding the top two belts underneath the headrest and behind the back of the seat. Once on, we go around to the back of the seat, pulling down firmly on both ends, clipping the two buckles in and tightening as needed for the seat. And now the Careva harness is installed onto the seating system. So now we're going to fit the Careva harness system to the occupant. To do so, when it's installed on the seat, we'll unclip shoulder clasps and typically hold that over the back of the seat for convenience, and also unclip the two clasps on the side of the pelvic belt. Laying it flat as so, so then the occupant can come and sit into the position. Now we're going to install the Careva harness system onto the occupant. So the occupant will first sit in the seating position on top of the pelvic belt, pulling the pelvic belt from between the legs up until their waist, so it's in the comfortable position. The pelvic belt has two tightening points for adjustment, one between the legs where the strap can be adjusted, as well as on the sides to adjust how tight or loose it sits on your body. The two shoulder harness belts will be pulled first over the top of the body on either side, clipped in. And the shoulder harness also has adjustment for tightening and loosening how it needs to sit on the body. Once they're clicked in, we can now click in the side of the pelvic belt. The pelvic belt harness has these two side clips which come around and click in to the back behind the occupant. And can be adjusted using these side. Once adjusted and fitted, the Careva harness will provide you with a 5-point pelvic and shoulder support. Now we're going to have fitting of the seat belt to the occupant. This is a mandatory requirement for these type of harnesses, as they're postural support systems, and the seat belt must always be used in transport. So once the occupant is comfortably seated inside of the harness, we can now fit the seat belt on the vehicle over the occupant. Click into the clasp, and the seat belt will sit on top of the harness as so. Now we're going to do removal of the Careva harness system. So once in the seating position, first you can undo the two shoulder clips, and then on the side, undo the two pelvic belt side clips. Pelvic belt can be pushed forward and stand up out of the seating position. And finally, we have removal of the Careva harness system from the vehicle seating position. To make things easier, we usually recommend to clip the belts back into place. Clip the shoulder harness in. Clip the side belts for the pelvic harness in. We'll then come from behind the seating position. Undo the two rear belts. Pulling the harness forward and releasing the straps from the seating position, and the harness is removed from the vehicle seat.